Hi Ladybug Lovies, I'm just on so that I can do my Flip Through Friday that's hosted by our sweet little Gwen the Trash Witch. If you'll hold one moment, I'll take you down to where I have the book and we'll have a little look-see. Okay, and here we go. Let's see if I can get the whole book in. It's called A Kick in the Head. Isn't that a neat picture? It's got a little rip in the side, so it's a book that I'm going to feel okadoodle about tearing apart. Isn't it neat? I think it's neat. And let's see, it doesn't say what year over here. Does it say over here? No, it doesn't. It just says it's Scholastic Inc. in some different countries. All right, A Kick in the Head. And there's another picture. Look at that man with the beard. That's a good one if you ever get beard on one of those hunts. And there's him walking away. Make a good pet judge even. And these are just so pretty. I think they would be great even if you tore them up and used them little pieces for fodder. Don't you think so? And then you've got the words too. It says, "In a world of mules, there are no rules." The Mule by Ogden Nash. I'm sorry. And then over here you have what looks like a little mushroom house. It says, kitchen crickets dim make a din, sending taunts to chilly kin. You're outside, but we got in. Isn't that a cute one? And there's the little cricket. I thought it was an ant at first. Okay, and then this one's a tiger, and it says, "Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hands or eye could frame thy fearless symmetry? The tiger." Isn't he pretty? Okay. All right, and this one says, "In the rains of spring, an umbrella and raincoat pass by conversing." Spring rain. Doesn't that look like the kind of art that we do? Little tore up pieces of papers and such. Okay. And this one is the first new day of school year. Backpack harbors a fossil. Last June's cheese sandwich. Oh, from last year. Gross. And this one is fish guts stain the rowboat's planks. By the lake's edge, a child is throwing in stones into deep. Oh, look at the fish guts all over it. Ugh, yuck, yuck, yuck. That's pretty gross, isn't it? Man's trying to fish and somebody's throwing in stones. And there's one with the cat. And it says, "Are you grinning curled in a windowsill, or as the sun warms you this December morning?" Aww. And this one says, "Edgar Allan Poe was passionately fond of roe. He always liked to chew some when writing anything gruesome." That's interesting. Okay, and here it says, "There was an old lady whose folly introduced her to sit in a holly. Whereupon, by a thorn, her dress being torn, she quickly became melancholy." Oh my goodness. She ripped her dress. Why would you sit in holly? All right. "There once was a limerick called Stephen, whose rhyme scheme was very uneven. It didn't make sense. It wasn't funny. And who'd call a limerick Stephen anyway?" Okay. And this one is on 2 pages. "A silver trapeze of my own I'm not going to read the whole book, though. I'm just going to show you the pictures now. Look at that trapeze. Whoa, he's got a long way to go, doesn't he? Yes, he does. And this is Higgledy Piggledy. Oh, do you all remember Higgledy Piggledy? I do. Wow, that's an old one. Look at, isn't that cool? Those look like little chess guys. Okay. And this one's The Cow's Complaint. Look at that poor little cow. They really are beautiful animals. I used to live in a place, and on one side we had horses, and on the other side we had cows. And part of the day the horses would come out, I'd give them apple bits, and part of the day the cows would be out, and I'd give them apple bits too. They liked it. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, and he looks like a sinister kind of dude, doesn't he? Yeah, he looks that way to me too. And oh, this is a cute one. What's the opposite of two? A lonely me, a lonely you. Oh, that would be a good one for me to use for Valentine's Day for somebody I know. This one's the beginning of eternity. The beginning of eternity, the end of time and space. The beginning of every end, the end of every place. Oh, that's pretty cool, huh? It's anonymous. There's a sneaker. And there's another picture of the sneaker. Okay, cat can't avoid trouble. The cat can't avoid trouble. And does only good. And that's anonymous too. So he's going to clean up the mess. What a good dog. My dog doesn't do that. And that looks like a rain cloud. And here's poetry jumpstarts my imagination. It opens its arms to me, jabs me in the heart. Thump, thump. Poetry gives me a kick in the head. Poetry gives me a kick. Isn't that cool? And that's what the book's named after. A kick in the head. Okay. Epithet for Pinocchio. Here lies... Oh, see Pinocchio's nose. And here's misspellings. Misspellings lies here. Isn't that cute? And here's lies resting out of breath, out of turn, Elizabeth, whose quicksilver toes not quite cleared the wiring edge of night. Earth, whose circle round us skim, till they catch the lightest limb. Shelter now, Elizabeth, and for her sake, trip up death. Okay, that one's a little odd. Alright, and here's one with a bunch of... wouldn't this make pretty fodder? Honestly, just cutting it up is going to be fun. And this one shows you different things that I guess you could make with the fodder. And here's some more silly men and more poetry. And there's a guy drinking. And the guy with his cowboy boots. I like them cowboy boots. That's be good for a paper doll. And here's a lady coming through a door. And there's a snail. Look at a snail. He's leaving a slither. And that's morning. And there's a birdie in a tree. Some hands and a man writing something down. And then it's got little things in here that you can use too. Oh, look at the little dog. He looks kind of like a little Scotty. And that's the end of the book. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. On the back it says pick. And there's somebody who's getting ready to jump on his friends. Oh boy. Alright, well, I'd like to thank all of you for coming along. and helping me flip through for Flip Through Friday. And I'd like to thank Gwen the Trash Witch. I think she does a lovely job with this, and if you check her out, I'll have all her information down below. If you check her out, you can follow all the other channels that are doing the Flip Through Fridays too. Thanks again for watching, and have a really good evening and a great weekend. Bye now.